I've got a good amount of info on our enemies written down now.
That's wonderful, Rinwell. I'm sure that data shall prove most useful.
I like to think so. If there's anything you want to know, just ask.
Still, if it's not fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps, but frankly I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts, whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods. The outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place.
Mind if I join you, Law? Hey, Law. About what you said before.
When?
You were telling me how there were things you wished you could have asked your dad. If you want, you can always come to me with your questions.
What brought this on all of a sudden? Don't I already lean on you enough as it is?
Still, there's plenty you would want to ask him if he was still alive, right?
I mean, yeah, but I think you'll have a hard time answering any of them, if I'm being honest.
How come?
I mean, the stuff I want to ask him about is, like, how he met my mom and how he won her over. Stuff like that. Anyway, not really something you can help with, right?
You're right. Sorry, Law. I can't even begin to imagine how to help with that.
You're telling me. I just wish there was someone experienced I could ask about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was definitely that.
See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Yeah! Oh boy, she's a big un! This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
I wasn't sure if I'd actually reel it in, but somehow I did.
That was intense. It looked like you were practically dueling with the fish.
Yeah,
I kept thinking your rod was going to snap in half the entire time I was watching.
It's a whopper of an armored sturgeon. It wriggled so much I thought my arms would pop out of their sockets.
The fish was all "Ah!" and your rod was all "creak," and the water was all splash, 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 splash. But you held your own and reeled it in. It was crazy. You're like a heavyweight fishing champion.
Heavyweight?
Law.
No, I just mean you put your full weight behind the thing.
Law, how about you put your full weight behind zipping your pie hole?
I meant it as a compliment.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot. All right, it's done. Apologies for the wait, you guys.
That's a lot of fish you've cut up again, Kisara.
That's because I caught so many earlier. If you're going to eat them, it's best to do it while they're still fresh.
Was it difficult slicing up that many fish?
Nah, I'm used to it. It's no big deal for me at this point.
I know I probably shouldn't be saying this after all the trouble you went through, but I've never really understood the appeal of sashimi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Law. I didn't realize. I only make it because it's an easy way to deal with big catches when I fish.
You haven't done anything wrong, Kisara. Law, if you don't like the flavor, you're always welcome to add some of my spices to it.
Hey, yeah, that might work. I'll just put some of this here.
What's wrong, Law? I've never seen someone jump up and sprint off that fast.
He ran as soon as he took a bite of that sashimi.
Was he crying because of the taste?
I don't think the sashimi is the problem here, guys.
You should get some shut-eye.
Dang, this fish is being stubborn! This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species! Wow, I can't believe you caught another amazing fish!
Yeah, no kidding. I had no idea there was anything like that even swimming around in the... Kisara?
Huh? Oh, hey, Rinwell, Alphen.
Why the long face? Not happy with your haul?
Are you not sure how you want to cook it? If you don't mind it being grilled, I'd be happy to do it for you.
No, it's nothing like that. Here, take a look at this. It's a golden catfish.
A golden catfish? Is there some kind of problem with it or something? It's not like it's poisonous or anything, right?
My brother Miguel told me something about catfish once. He said, when you find a big one, it's an omen. And with a catfish this big, I'm just hoping it isn't a sign something bad's coming our way.
Are catfish like that supposed to be bad omens?
Not necessarily, but you know how these things go. Omens usually don't pop up to warn you of when good things are coming.
Well, think of it like this. Omens just mean that change is coming. And in this case, it's change that all of us are going to bring.
Totally. We're trying to overthrow the big bad Renans. If that's a bad omen for anyone, then we're gonna make sure it's for them.
Huh. I never thought of it like that. Then I guess you could say this fish is Miguel's way of telling us that he's with us, that we can do this.
We're going to build a future for Dhana that's as bright as that fish.
You bet we will. Oh. I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
You tamed a real beast.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. There's a nice breeze here.
Looks like it was well worth coming out here to the ocean to fish, judging by your haul.
Yeah, I can't complain with a catch like this. Dinner tonight's going to be a real good one.
Hell yeah!
What do you care? You're always happy as long as you're full.
Not always. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Having a full stomach is close to the maximum amount of happy I can be. But Kisara's cooking is just so amazing. Even you can't deny that.
Well, sorry for not being able to cook as good as her then.
What? That's not what I said at all.
Anyway, what are you planning to do with that fish? Grill it? Turn it into a sashimi? Personally, my vote's for something Kisara?
Sorry. Can you, not talk to me? Right now?
Hey, are you alright? Your face is as white as a ghost.
It might be more accurate to say green.
What happened? She was doing okay until just a few seconds ago.
Actually, I think I remember her mentioning at one point that she felt pretty seasick. But we've been out here for a while now. Maybe it doesn't hit her when she's concentrating on something.
I think that means yes?
I'm sorry. I've never seen anyone look so ill before.
Don't worry about dinner right now. You just get some rest, okay?
Aw, are you tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Dang, this fish is being stubborn! This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
Yes! I caught a big one.
Is that even a fish? It's rather enormous for one, is it not?
Of course it is. It's an Orem arowana, a freshwater species that makes its home in these parts.
It's quite the impressive specimen. Why, I don't believe we ever had anything so large for dinner back at the palace.
That's because a fish like this is way too big to put on display at a formal dinner, let alone one for a sitting lord.
You catch a giant fish, and all you can talk about is how you're going to eat it?
What's wrong? You like eating too, don't you, Law? I can guarantee a fish this big is going to make for a good meal.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I am a little excited to dig into it and see how it tastes.
Moments such as this are a good reminder of what I would have missed out on. I'm glad I decided to join you all on this journey. I may have once been a lord, but in truth, my insight into this world was rather limited. And that is, despite the myriad opportunities lordship ostensibly affords.
Wish every Renin was as self-aware as you. Maybe then things wouldn't be so bad.
Indeed. When I say Menencio was beyond lucky to have you as its lord, I really mean it. I'd even say it was miraculous. Now, as for that fish, I'm thinking I'll make some steaks out of it tonight.
Oh, that sounds good! I can't wait!
Miraculous. That's hardly the word I would use to describe myself.
We've reached our destination.
A fish! You... You saw it too, right?
If you need help with anything, just let me know.
This flavor.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hey, Alphen,
What's up, Law?
you ever find yourself just wanting to give Rinwell a pat on the back?
Law?
Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, she may be sassy, but she's also trying really hard, you know? And sometimes, when I see how hard she's working, I just want to walk up and encourage her. Is that weird?
No, I can see why you might feel that way. After all, she is kind of like a little sister to everyone at this point.
Right, exactly! But I'm worried if I do it the wrong way, she'll blast me with her magic. Or if not her magic, she'll sick Hootle on me to peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do if she's not feeling up for it. In fact, you're not the only one struggling to close that gap.
Huh? Has Hootle attacked you too?
No, I just mean because of her thorns.
Thorns? I don't remember Rinwell having any magic like that. That sounds more like Shion than... Huh?
Anyway, Hoodle's probably just worried that you're going to take Rinwell away from him. He's pretty protective, after all. Maybe your first step should be to make friends with him and go from there.
Right. That's a good idea, Alphen. I'll be sure to give that a try.
Thank goodness for Law's thick skull.
Let's make sure to kick ass tomorrow, too.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Oh boy, she's a big un. fish is seriously rare.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species! Kisara, that was amazing! Your rod was flashing like a sword! First this way, then that way, it was crazy!
Indeed. That fish was quite fearsome in its own right. I applaud your tremendous skills in taming such an unwieldy beast.
What he said when you slammed your foot down and gave it that. It got me so pumped!
Yes, it was quite the impressive war cry, I must say.
Anyway, what did you catch?
Oh, right. This is a silver marlin, the king of the seas, as they call it. I wanted to try to catch one at some point while we were out at sea.
It almost looks like a sword blade with that intense sheen.
It really does. With a head as sharp as that, I bet you could fight with it if you had to.
If you could properly wield it, that is. Bear in mind, the marlin is known to be rather heavy for a fish.
Well, if anyone could, it's probably Kisara, right? I mean, hell, she reeled in the damn thing.
Not that you aren't doing great already, Kisara. Your strength is often the only thing between our enemies and us.
Yeah. Every time you lift up that shield, I'm glad you're on our side, Kisara.
You're so stupidly strong, nothing can match your brute strength.
Stupid? Brute?
The only thing that could match it may be your sheer stupidity.
What? Where'd that come from?
A fish! You saw it too. Great! Yes!
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Hup. This one's putting up a real fight. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
I've got a good feeling about this one. fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Are we going to be able to finish all that?
What kind of fish is that? It's such a pure white.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It reminds me of Hoodle's wings. Oh.
Judging from the color of the scales, I'd say it's a Cygnai piraruku. They say it swims so elegantly that it's like a bird flying underwater.
Wow, that must be beautiful. I'd love to see it for myself.
That may be a tall order. The piraruku doesn't like to show its face very often. Speaking of which, what exactly is Hoodle doing over there?
Whoa! He's snapping up all sorts of little fish right out of the water!
Ugh! Hoodle, stop! What do you think you're doing?
Do owls even like to eat fish? I had no idea.
He'll eat them, sure. But that's not the point. I have no idea why the heck he would catch so many.
Maybe it's all a business plan. He thinks if he brings enough fish, he can trade them for this albino piraruku and eat the whole thing himself.
Seriously?
It's okay, Hoodle. It's a big fish. There's plenty for you to eat too, okay?
You heard her, Hoodle. Lucky you.
But since he went out of his way to catch so many fish, might as well cook those up too. A fish! You saw it too! Now where might those fish be? Ha! This one's putting up a real fight. Ugh. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
That thing lives on Dhana?
What a gorgeous fish you caught. It almost looks a little like a gemstone. It's breathtaking.
It's called a cobalt trout. They're actually tremendously rare. I never thought I'd catch one for myself.
I wonder how it tastes.
What?
Look at how big it is. Its growth must have been pretty unusual. Maybe it absorbed some water astral energy or something.
Mutated fish are known to be pretty cautious by nature. It's possible it turned out this way after years of avoiding human contact.
We're still going to eat it though, aren't we?
Come on, we don't have to eat it, right? I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other fish we could catch later.
Yeah, I guess.
No way. You should always eat whenever you get the chance. You never know when the enemy will strike next.
That's true.